This is what the Edmonton Oilers training facility looks like. We're usually used to training bases being somewhere on the outskirts of the city, as far as possible from the public eye. But that's not the case with Edmonton. We're gonna head inside and take a look at what other interesting and unusual things are here. And believe me, there's plenty to see. Alright friends, so we've found ourselves in one of the best, if not the best, locker rooms in the league. And today, Vasily is gonna give us a room tour, tell us and show us around.
Well, basically, this is where the guys come in. Those who drive here, which is pretty much everyone except me.
Right, because you're still on the system schedule and living in this building.
Yeah, basically right here. The guys go up and down and end up here in the locker room. Right here we've got the sticks and the hallway leads up to the ice. So here, the guys who've played in the system sometime in the past, this is the promised land, you could say. This is where we all change, where we all go through all the tough and joyful moments together.
Well, I know that one of your regular dinner partners is draisaitl. You often go out for dinner together.
He usually takes me out. It's not like we go out together. He actually takes me out more often.
Right.
Put it that way.
And I have a hard time imagining what you two talk about. Is it hockey or maybe, I don't know, politics, movies and art? So what kind of conversations do you guys have?
Listen, it's mostly hockey. Quite a lot of it, actually. We talk about news, trades that might be happening, that kind of thing. So it's sometimes we discuss how our season is broken up into segments, 8-game segments. So say we just played a road trip and then we go out for dinner. We'll talk about what happened in that segment, you know, something like that.
So have you changed anything about your gear recently?
Hey, I remember when we were in Vancouver and you said about the shorts, the extra padding. Well, back then I didn't quite get it. I was like, nah, it's the same shorts. Exactly the same. So the Oilers gave me the shorts, feel right here. I was totally shocked when I saw them. And also, you know,
awesome.
On my gloves, my first pair of gloves, when they sent me the gear, this is the kind of padding they had. It's actually pretty cool, actually.
Convenient to keep your mouth guard there.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't use mouth guards. They actually made some for us, though.
Play without mouth guard?
Bro, I can only breathe through one nostril. I can't play with a mouth guard in.
All right.
But otherwise, yeah, my chest protector. It's the one from Vitesse.
Yeah, legendary one.
Yeah, and it still protects me, thank God.
Hey, do you get to choose who you sit next to?
Well, I think some guys always sit together, especially on the road. Like, they try to seat McDavid, draisaitl, Hyman, Nugent-Hopkins at the usual spots, and then kind of build a team around them. I think it's like something like that.
Man, this locker room is so big. Just the way how it's built, it looks amazing. It's so luxurious.
Yeah, it really is.
It's beautiful.
It's top level.
You look at it, and it's really something. It's very similar to the high-end locker rooms you see in NFL or MMA videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hockey still has a lot of those old school locker rooms. I mean, I don't need to tell you that. We've played in a lot of places, been around, but this one's just top tier. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's go further. This is kind of interesting. I don't really feel included or not, but it's an interesting little detail about how seriously people here take care of their bodies. I think they have it in Los Angeles too. They say there's this thing above the urinals, hydration monitoring. It lights up and shows how much water's in your body, like how dehydrated you are. Like, how do you make sure you're sleeping 8+ hours a night?
So to sleep well, you need the room temperature at 19 Celsius.
Yeah, something like that.
These here are glasses that block blue light. And if you're using anything, better a pen, a notebook, dark lighting, quiet room, warm shower, read a book, and...
Yeah. About alcohol, there's some stuff here too, like some recommendations. 2 drinks every 3 hours, like if you're at a party or something, 2 drinks.
Who's drinking like that,
but
right?
Really better not to drink at all.
Yeah.
You read that stuff and think, all right, I'm quitting. But yeah, basically give you some recommendations.
Yeah, it's like guidelines on how to reduce the negative
once you read it, it's just better not to drink
it makes no sense otherwise, I agree. Okay, quick question for you. So you come into the locker room to change.
Yeah.
You guys must have something like how they show the lineups, maybe a board or they send it online, something like that. And let's say you've been playing on the 4th line, but after 10 games, they put you up with McDavid and draisaitl.
Yeah.
And you go like,
I was shocked. Actually, it happened in Ottawa. We were running late for the game because the ride was pretty long. I walk in and it says 92, 97, 29 on the first line. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Well, my first thought, honestly, was, all right, that means I'll get more ice time now, starting right now. There wasn't anything like...
It didn't even shake you up.
Nah, actually, this is another awesome thing. They give us these gear bags at the start of the season.
Okay.
You can send anything you want to get washed or dry clean, and it's not expensive at all. I sent in my suit after a road game, and I think one of Sash's sweatshirts too.
All right, so you just toss it into that bag.
Yeah, just toss it in the bag. They pick it up twice a week, I think Mondays and Thursdays.
Well, that's fancy.
Yeah, exactly.
But this year probably started getting tuxedos made, right? More attention now, more photos. No?
No, actually, I still have like 4 or 5 suits that I just rotate. Haven't bought a new one this year, but I'll probably get one.
So over here you guys have...
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, the segments thing. I don't think there's anything secret in saying this. We break the season into segments. Basically, the goal for each segment is, it's just stats, pure stats. We need to come out of each one with a 5 wins, 3 losses record.
5 wins, 3 losses, that's the allowed number of losses,
how many
right?
losses we're allowed, yeah. It's pretty cool because I think it's fun to keep track of. I think our coach, he's just really into stats.
Yeah.
So it actually helps us, roughly speaking. If you win every segment, you'll end up with 50 wins by the end of the season. I think we only lost the first segment when we started off poorly, and since then we've been winning all of them.
Honestly, when you look at the season as a whole, 82 games, it feels kind of spread out. You're just playing and playing, and it's hard to really keep track of everything.
And these segments kind of,
they give you focus. You concentrate on a shorter stretch, which helps you perform more effectively. Is that right?
Yeah, especially now. It's that kind of season with the 4 Nations tournament. Just so many games. Sometimes your head just can't keep up. Like right now, I haven't scored in 4 or 5 games, but I actually scored just 10 days ago. Everything moves so fast. That these segments come so quickly that your perception of time is slowed down.
So because of this upcoming tournament, your schedule's gotten more intense.
January is just insane right now. Look at this. We still somehow managed to squeeze in practices. I'm like, what practices?
With a schedule like that, it's crazy. So your off days are like 1, 2, 3, 4
days.
4.
That's a league rule. You have to get at least 4 days off. But sometimes
they just give you the bare minimum 4 and that's it.
Yeah, but sometimes they cancel practices. After travel days, like for example our flight to Vancouver. See, after the game in Colorado, we stayed overnight and then we flew to Vancouver. So technically a day off, but not really. We were still on a plane.
What's that behind me, that thing right here?
That's for after each win. We give out a championship belt and a construction helmet.
With the bro?
With the bro, yeah. He's actually a solid dude. He's like, hey, what's up? When you are playing against him, you're thinking, okay. But when he's on your team, top guy for sure.
Yeah, with players like that, it's better to be on the same team.
Yeah. And actually, there's a lot of guys like that. Like Kane, he's the same. You hate playing against him.
Yeah.
You just can't stand him. But when he's on your team, it's awesome. So now we're coming into our recovery zone again. This pool opens up right here. Guys often come in to do exercises. I've heard it even has a current that can be turned on to push against you. And this cold plunge right here is 2 degrees Celsius. It's super cold. And you sit there.
Wow.
Pretty serious, yeah. It says 2 degrees.
What's this stand for?
Yeah, I think it's for your phone, like for timing.
Someone probably sits in there and puts on a movie.
Something like that, yeah. I guess.
Sitting in 2 degrees Celsius.
2 degrees, yeah.
That's one way to watch a movie.
Yeah, and here's the infrared lamp.
So just stand there.
Yeah, we also often have these, like this is a big infrared lamp, but there's also a small one that guys take with them on road games. And I've seen a lot of guys use it. They'll be on the bike warming up, for example, and they'll point the infrared lamps at themselves like this. I ask, why are you guys doing that? And obviously our gym coaches recommend it, but the guys, well, it's supposed to improve blood circulation. Stuff like that. Like you don't really feel it, but it's supposedly good for you. I think it's more of a preventative thing, I think. Again, it just shows you how much guys here take care of their bodies.
So basically your environment really shapes you.
100%.
The way people around you treat things, it shapes you too.
Totally, in every way.
Judging by what you're saying, it sounds like you're time in Edmonton has already changed your mindset. You started approaching things more professionally.
Yeah, 100%. Totally. Like I said, I never used to do any of this. Nobody ever told me I should. And I didn't really ever think about it. Any little thing, really. I never even came in here back when I was in Vancouver. I used to think, that's for the week. Let's just hit the ice.
We'll settle it on the ice, right?
But now, like I said, maybe you come to it on your own, you know? Some people take more time, others figure it out quicker. What I've realized is that when you're physically prepared, like when you really feel ready, your body feels good. It gives you even more confidence. You step out on the ice thinking, I'm ready. And maybe that's why this season feels so different compared to the last one, or even before.
Maybe the guys help motivate you too, like Leon. Do you two hang out or something?
Yeah, 100%. And you know, when you're playing with him, it's not that you don't want to let him down. It's more like you want to show him, look, this is why you're playing with me. This is why things are working. Of course, I know why I'm playing with him. It's because he made it happen. But I still want to prove that he made the right choice picking me. You know, and those kind of thoughts really fire me up when we're on the ice. Like when I make a good pass or a solid play on the ice, it gives me even more confidence in myself and my game. Connor Brown, he's number 28 on our team, came up to me at the beginning of the season and said, can I tell you something? I said, of course. I'm always open. He said, you need to focus on what you do well. He told me, I see how hard you're working. And at one point, I hadn't scored. I think I went like 20 games without a goal. Yeah. And he said, try focusing on the things you do well. If you make a good pass, you should try building off that.
So judging by what you're saying, it's Leon who initiated the idea of you two playing together.
I think so, yeah, definitely, 100%.
Okay, what do you think that happened? Did you get to know him somehow, or is there some backstory? I mean, it's not like you just showed up here and you said, well, I want to play with that guy.
Honestly, I didn't ask. I'm happy as is. I'm kind of afraid to say anything extra. Like, if it's happening, great, I just roll with it.
Do you personally enjoy playing with him?
Yeah, it's amazing.
And when you played with Pettersson, for example, is there a big difference between Leon and Pettersson?
I mean, they're different. Even though they're both centers, they play differently.
And if I said draisaitl is the best line mate of your entire NHL career, would that be true?
For sure. At this point, definitely. You're a fan of that.
Well, that's my zone. No, seriously, that's awesome. Tell me, like in the gym, for example, is the training approach here different from Vancouver?
Look, it's more or less the same. You still have your 20, 25 standard exercises that everyone does, more or less. Some guys might change things up a little bit, but overall it's pretty similar. Squats, trap bar, pull-ups. If you don't have time to do it right, when will you have time to do it over? Quote from John Wooden.
Hey man, what's that stick here? Heavy metal hockey. Oh, wow, I get it heavy. Now. I know what kind of stick this is. It's super, super heavy.
Whoa, I've never seen one like that.
You see, we're showing your new stuff today. But seriously, this one is a bit too much, I think. And this one. Are you actually using this one?
Yeah.
FT7 Pro.
Yeah.
Did you change?
But now the 8th generation's already out.
Did you change the curve?
No, still using the 90.
Did you change the flex?
Nah, still 80. We play soccer before the game, and we actually keep stats. So let's say we're playing, and whoever wins, I mark it with a little line. Then I erase it for the next game and update numbers. These are the number of wins, and these are the jersey numbers of the players. The top guy is Eckham. He's already won 45 times. As strange as it might sound, we actually have a barber who comes in twice a month, every 2 weeks, to cut everybody's hair.
Look, it's just like in football. I know top footballers like Ronaldo and the rest, they have their own personal barbers that they fly in and they do their haircuts for crazy money.
I'm one of the favorites. What can I say? Quick trim with two.
Two clipper guards.
But seriously, I'm telling you, it's pure luxury. That's the only way I can put it.
So this is your cardio zone, right?
Yeah, I mean, we had a really tough test here. The challenge was 20 seconds of full intensity pedaling, then like 2 minutes of rest, and you do that 3 times. Sounds easy, right? But after the second sprint, when you know you've got a third coming up, those 2 minutes of rest feel really tough.
And they hook you up to sensors and all that too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What's that thing over there?
That's oxygen. See, they put a mask on and run a tube to you.
So basically, the oxygen flows from here to help you get tired less quickly and push out a higher volume of work. So supposedly you progress more from that. Okay, what's this thing?
These are bio sleeves. They compress your legs or arms depending on what you're training. So you can do push-ups. For example, you put them on your arms and you start doing push-ups. And it feels like you're doing them with weights.
Oh.
And here it is, the Barbershop. Bro, I'm telling you, this is just...
Wow. This is top tier.
Bro, just look at how everything's done here.
I mean, look at this. Even the embroidery here. Like, honestly, it doesn't even feel like a locker room at all.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, if they didn't make us leave, and if we were allowed, I'd literally live here with my family. I'd set up a bed on the second floor or something. Seriously, what more do you need? We've got 2 absolute beast chefs. They feed us so well, and everyone basically eats the same thing. I come in here either after the morning skate, or if there's no skate, I just come here just to eat. Your meal's already labeled, already prepared. Like, the chef sees you, and he just immediately sets it all up. There's the fish oil, and if you want, there's this thing, magnesium, that's supposed to be taken in the evening. And we have a nutritionist too, her name is Tina. She works with us, comes and discusses what you need. Bro, it all looks so simple, but just think how much goes into it. I don't even know,
How
man.
much money do they even spend on all this?
A lot.
It's just
Yeah,
crazy.
a lot.
And those tests, do they come here to you?
Yeah, a lab comes in and collects our test. Look, we got an app too. And here's the funny part. It tells you your biological age and basically how old you are based on your blood. I don't know how accurate it is because everyone's results are different. I asked Perry, he said his result was 42. Yeah, Mark said mine was 45. And I'm like, should I even say mine? Just so you know, mine was 18, can you believe?
Seriously?
Yeah, look. Yeah.
It really says 18 years old. Huh? Oh, look, there's a hydration station.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Everything's already prepped for you. So he asked me, what do you usually eat? I said, I usually eat pasta with tomato sauce and fish before games. Then he said, what's your weight? So based on my weight, he calculates the proportions of what I exactly need.
Guys, keep training so you can play like this and play right here.
Yeah, guys.
This is just insane. So I guess we've seen it all, right?
Yeah, pretty much.